Okay, the morning of day 37 on trail, and we are just getting ready to break up our camp and head down the trail. Really quickly, I'm going to do a favor for somebody who asked me to give information to him so we can keep the PCT water report up to date. So I can tell you that as of the third week in April, the Arastri Trail Camp at mile 256. The water situation here is okay. There is some water, but unfortunately not on this thing here. This is some kind of a water pump, but it doesn't work. There's no water coming out. But down here there is a little snowmelt creek in the bottom, which has a decent flow to it. It has good quality water. I think it's just all snowmelt. But I imagine that unless we get some really hot temperatures, this should be a reliable source of water for at least the next week to 10 days. And there is actually a horse trough over here, but it's full of black toilet water. So I don't think even the very best water filter is going to make that stuff drinkable. Okay, we're heading out of camp, heading down the trail, and I think, yeah, Sacagawea and Kronk are just a couple minutes behind us. They got a little bit more logistics to deal with than we do. Yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to today. You know, we're feeling pretty good, rested, no big aches or pains, but most of all, the trail for the next 12 to 15 miles is either flat or slightly downhill, so we don't have any big climbs ahead of us. The trail itself is actually in really good shape, relatively smooth, not one of those no ankle breaking rocks like we've been dealing with before. So this is an opportunity for us to really get out there and see if we can have a decent mileage day and see how that feels. So, and it's a nice day. It's going to be sunny, high of 50 degrees, which for some people might seem cold, but when you're humping down the trail in a backpack, 50 degrees is just about right to keep from sweating. It's really surprising how much the terrain has changed just in the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles, as we've probably lost somewhere between 500 to 1,000 feet in elevation. As you can kind of see around me, whereas just a few hours ago we were surrounded by giant ponderosa pines and other higher elevation shrubbery. Now it's pretty much just sagebrush, I imagine some creosote. I'm not sure what else is in this area, but anyway, definitely much more desert-like, and as you can see, again, no tall trees in here at all. But the trail is nice and smooth, relatively flat. Feel like we're making pretty good time, so hopefully we'll make it to our destination this evening early enough to set up camp, enjoy a meal, and relax before we have to go to bed. Oh, hey, look at that. It's a family reunion. Hey, there's Uncle Jake, Aunt Susan. Why, golly ding. It's even Cousin Dave right there. Hey, Cousin Dave. As usual, more concerned with stuffing his face. Good morning, it's day 38. And right back behind me, you can see the tent we had set up in there between two trees. It was pretty good shelter from the morning sun because it was hot, and also the wind. We got in last night right around dusk, and by the time we got everything all set up, and it was just too late to film. So I thought I'd give you a short tour of the campsite we stayed in last night. At one time, clearly it was some type of a livestock or a horse holding area, because they've got a old fence here, which is really, well, it's not going to hold anything in now. But the good news was a good water source here. This little water tank, make sure I got it in the picture. Actually, just push down on that and you've got water. So that was wonderful. We did go ahead and treat the water because we're not sure how safe it was to drink. But there was another really unique feature. Let me walk over and show you that real quick. Okay, even though we're off the PCT by several hundred yards and probably, well, God, 3/4 of a mile from the nearest road, somebody went to the trouble of building a pretty nice high-tech outhouse. It's got a solar panel up there, which I'm not 100% sure what it does, other than maybe provide circulation. But one thing in here that really baffled me, remember I said we're over a half mile, 3/4 of a mile from the nearest road, so the only way you can get here is to walk here. And yet, this, make sure I get a picture of the toilet. Notice handicap grab bars there. So I guess I couldn't quite figure that one out. I mean, if you're able enough to hike all the way in here and use this restroom, I would not think you would need handicap bars to use the toilet. But, you know, what do I know? There's actually a second water source right here. It says not tested, so yummy. Good morning, neighbors.
Good morning.
I'm doing a quick tour of the camp for the folks back home, but
Nice.
you guys are packed up, just about ready to go. So yeah, I just got a video uploaded, so we're gonna start tearing down and get right behind you. So,
Nice.
So how far away would you say our two tents were?
Oh, what? Not even, I'd say maybe 50 yards.
50 yards, okay. And yet, there was a really strange noise you heard last night, right?
Yeah.
What was that strange noise you heard?
Well, I could have sworn it was a bear, but
From 50 yards away, yeah.
I think it was a sleeping bear.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sleeping next to Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we camp 50 yards away. So, all right. We're going to get packed up and get on the trail soon. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to start off heading uphill, and I love starting off the day heading uphill right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a,
Nice.
a warm start.
Yeah, warm start.
How are you this morning? So you got your sunscreen on? Yeah.
She gets all bashful.
Yeah. Camera shy. Woo wee. It is a hot day today. Thank God there's an occasional light breeze, and some shade, like where I'm standing now. But we've been doing nothing but going uphill ever since we left camp a little while ago. So probably well over an hour of just climbing. But hopefully I will be able to talk soon, and hopefully we will get to the top of this mountain before I lose all ability to speak. Good morning, everybody. It's day 38, unless it's actually day 39. I can never keep track. But we got in here last night, and quite honestly, I was just too lazy to film anything. But this is the campsite we stayed at, up here in the trees. It was a nice little spot, really private and quiet. We're getting ready to head out right now. The family, well, you can't see them. Probably they're right over there in the trees packing up their tent. They always like to make sure they're far enough away from us so that my snoring doesn't keep them awake all night and scare the baby, give it nightmares. Anyway, it's going to be a hot day. It's already a hot day, and we're at 7,500 feet. So, holy moly. Well, anyway, I put on plenty of sunscreen, so hopefully that'll help me keep from getting burned up, even if I sweat my ass off. Goldilocks, is it hot?
Yes, it is. Not now.
You realize we haven't even started backpacking yet.
This is preemptive.
Oh, I see. You're okay, that's not a bad idea, actually. Tell you, it's a strange thing to be hiking on a trail. Whew. Feels like it's 80 degrees out here and I'm sweating like a dog, and yet I'm plowing through the snow. Yeah, this is a strange morning to be hiking. Okay, we've just come down to a road junction here, and there's a little parking lot and some benches, kind of just a little pull-out area. But so what I thought was kind of funny, of course, everybody in the world now knows that state parks and forest park campground stuff are all closed and all facilities are locked up. And of course, that's the case right here. This bathroom is locked. Oh well, it says, yeah, site closure. Bathroom locked. Okay, no sweat. I mean, we knew that. What struck me as funny is though that somebody came in here and put a porta potty. I don't know. It just seems really weird to me that they would lock the permanent, the actual bathroom, but then put in a big porta potty for people to use right next to it. Oh well, maybe I just have a weird sense of humor. All right, Lucky Joey, the latest in ultralight hiking. Notice the pack that a foot taller than her head with the
The luxury item.
18-inch giant submarine sandwich strapped underneath the top of it. The sandwich alone weighs 5 pounds.
You gotta get this one too.
Okay, so Goldilocks is putting the final touches on our camp for tonight. We came really close to an opportunity, or we had a close opportunity to just jump off trail, walk about 1.5 miles to get in the edge of town where we could get a little bit of resupply. We didn't totally need it, but it was really nice to just buy some food that was not regular backpacker food for a meal. So we have a nice quiet little spot right here, and Kronk and Sacagawea are over here. There they are, saying hi to us. Hi, Solel. Okay. So today was a good day. We didn't do big mileage, but we did get a resupply. We got enough of a resupply in town there that's going to enable us to bounce our normal resupply boxes one town ahead. So that'll actually save us having to get off trail here in the next few days. So got off trail early so that we would not have to get off trail later. The section of trail we're on right now has been incredibly popular. We've seen any number of day hikers, I don't know how many, as well as bicyclists, which has been kind of a minor annoyance because, for one thing, bicyclists aren't even supposed to be on the PCT, but that did not stop the 8 or 10 that came bombing down the trail while we were walking in the opposite direction and almost got run over. Aside from that, I mean, every day needs a little bit of excitement. And speaking of which, as we were coming up this campsite, pretty sure I saw a little bear run across the road in front of me. Just got a quick glimpse of it, but it was about the right size, and there was no tail, so pretty good chance that's what it was. Anyway, that's tonight's report. Tomorrow, another day. See you in the morning.